nyansu wi a kai se entete e wo nti ni usika ni nyina bronyi bo bia no na fa kosuansa no adwuma azel se yesi afefoforo ni mu na obema 1 year training said ye be ya onso betumi abaye designer papa ti se azel eni ni team no eni ti frɛ wo mo na hwɛ kwan obefa so a obetumi atwe wudin na wodo ho ahyem na onso wonya eye akwanya kwakosua adepam kama abefodie no bi eye designing. It's 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 Azel. Thank you. Ano pay wom se Ghana Black Stars abefie die nan so ye beka wo masem kakra kan say Black Stars crashes out of World Cup. And say ura mahama senti MPs na wo mukogu ho no wo mukogu koye den na obi akokɔhye wo mu nkran na say MPs bi so ebetumi atwa mu ticket akɔhye wo mu nkran a eno so esei bibi ana nti ebedi ho nkomo na fe ura Kenoforiata speaks sesi ano ono oye fellow Ghanaians annex nti ura Kenoforiata speaks na mom ansana ene obekasa no enura no obohu nkratepa kakra maaye pone ho kakra de ye wura mu se de kina no wo beka ne poten enti ka wo mu a makọ to bonds ene wo mu de wo mu sika ma aban bosia no se de sikasem no besi akono eno ho nsem ne bi a wo de to ye nim ne se o mu a mato treasury bill ne de mo de okwaduo mo ho son mo kọ akamu nuanom nti sa mu nuanom ya akai na anope wo bedu so mu ye ama ye hu wo se ebi mu wo ho a 2023 ombenya 0% chese interest no munya bi ehwe ti mi sa 0% no kra me ncheda ntiase but em say in financial terms no ntimi nkan se wunya bi nti wo benya 0% ebi nso omu 2025 wo mu ebenya be se 3% then 2027 ede kono na wo asan enya 5% wato ne boase a wapone ho nkakra acheche enu nya details no na enu na no pa na meka se wo enkeka details no nti ye hwe kwan se ne wo kasa o de sa details ni nyina betudwa ama Ghana fo mo hu na emom ye twen no no de enu a wo kaaye no enu ho ne ye nso ye ba aba bedu so mu na ya hwehwe ne yakeka nkakra sa ase de a wo de tudwa no na se kire pa ema amanfo eni sei dia ni sika ewo banka enye normal savings and say ena ne current account mu no enene ne sei wo mu a makọ akoto investment portfolios ukobo bi dia no wanya asem ti na ne kana bibi but omo ba no mo be cheche mu a eno beboa pa enti sisi a no enu abrofo a wokai wo say existing domestic bonds if 1st December ekono mo benya new bonds sa new bonds ene expect so be cheche yin nti e be shase amature 2027 2029 and afi 2037 o san kan say annual coupons a mo benya wo sa bonds new bonds a omo de be ma mo ni so no 2023 0% 2024 5% then 10 if 2025 for kono na chase 10% sa di akwa pem sa 2037 nti wo mo abai wo mbeboa ya ma yati ase ono anso mechechiri mu yi na yenti ase ye wi ana afi president say free SHS no eho ewo abapa na bapa no bi na adadi ewo enkwada no wasin sohwa wonum echoye no aba betodwa se wo mo bo mo ho modern papa na chese FSHS no aboa we ne nkoma anopei edaba maso ayedi Honorable Samuel Ayepe former MP ayensuano watena se na lawyer Chum Berima enso ye NDC communication team member ye hwekwan Bernard Mona political activist ebeba ababe ka team no ehu sisi idea ye shase. Honorable, good morning.
Morning, Minia, na treng.
Nyame adom me ho ye. Na wonso
Nyame adom.
Bibia boko.
Ye pa.
Ye da nyame ase.
Ni nyina ho ye wotu wochiaw.
Ye jiwo mu so. Ye jiwo mu so. Papa lawyer.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning.
if you to say
Adam
ugu so a wo ye campaign e boa o agina no sama ka cho say campaign magina mosquito
the tenants me had them in
Usim pese to case ma o any campaign magina mosquito ne owura afuso ampofo nyina
they said they are who mun say me mun make bi na manu nuru je
wonu nuru ba bia o
say me abana mu kwame anu kasa kwa mintu Omo I got to make a decision that. I'm very certain say I think next weekend and the elections and as at near here we go kwata one.
Eh she obi o rap or congress grounds adwen.
Well but woman here very few. Sana me hunu because do one means I think
next weekend number congress.
Next week yeah.
Mo be ko we.
Accra Stadium.
Oh okay.
And the general one and me one here. So the man and the youth from the year I think Cape University.
Okay, you see. Oh, okay.
And this weekend, this very weekend, yeah.
Okay, so we no this weekend and
then
next
weekend. Na 17th na year, the national one nakasa.
I see.
Enti more or less obi a oko bibia no. We delegates in sorry. I think they are more than 8,000 if I'm right. Enti do na no say
8,000 delegates.
Means you can just more than 6,000. They should know whatever they are going to be on someone by now.
Okay.
So we ban in change the over country and no may or may not change anything.
Okay. Any yemoye nkomwe arawa I pay first come first 70 Black Stars ye film die na so ehun sensem ne achire proprowa and offer world the Republic presser obi say former president John Dramani Mahama say enti cabinet ministers ne majority MPC bia omo fly call kata hosa no ene ekoye den ahunyehi abrewe mu no de say na ombetimi aya eno no ana ni nyina ka ho World Cup exits and matches are rising.
Yo, mamini kan nchi a waiting for the pay.
Okay.
Na minchi a na do dan Akufo-Addo president. Nra no kasa. Na o kire mse beba ho. Senior high school faso a ede abre omanyi na for the best results ayenya for the past 8 years no ka ho asem. Minchi a na minchi a mebusuafo ni minuanom ene nkrofo wo ayesua no nyina michia wo nyina na ampa football adibia Ghana fo yanga ni jehu pa because say me ko India once cricket ade a wo ba e say na yan but football kokwa no wo ball you see very few people are wo gina ho a wo hwe
okay
me bi me ko ho na wo bo World Cup bia na hotel ani eda yes so we for krum class bibia nsi they don't care na once you say about cricket and the president want to tunia me you cry don't say to cry gina so to abetia so na yes football anko ya na abeso political nti ampa meti Ghana for I so worried nti asum me ameti hey na ha me ya na mum na tene say ye ne South Korea for no boy na me hu say ye team no wo how Intina minim say Uruguay no wo be hye yen how kakra
o yim saka me to bet and I ni Uruguay na ye revenge na ye o say
Debbie me to bet me can so be hye 2-0 saka me wa wo twa bet ni bi anka me di kese pa ninti anet ni say yen team ye good ye individual skills football no afi ba bia ye frefre kobo is a teamwork unya team no na unya star ba akubi e wo team ni ma e na betumi di akọ anim hwe France for yi a team a o ma build team ha Uruguay for no one boy betumi aka be 6 players na one more crowded for the past 10 years wo team ni mu
okay
you yendi ye free kwa na ya yoro hoka so bu crowd say yen akobo qualify series for the World Cup ni yetuma qualify yeko na boys are ye keep warm don't akọ African Cup of Nations don't akọ qualify series ni ye pia factors na akogu baby so mo nye World Cup standard players and ye ko fa won a ye di say won and na World Cup work no skills no by teamwork no anyone hwese ye in South Korea elbow 20 minutes to time na ball is here to continuously for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Say South Korea for you di pe be omunim go che say Uruguay for na ko be share be 20. Na wo team a yet me the ball gina wo so 20 minutes a wo hu ko be fa so a wo wo so be bue mu kra na wo so make attempt for a goal. Wo ko share team be stronger kakra bi a wo beto ato. Nti ye team no de na enyin ye young team. Eni je sem ka say wo mu ni say the average team age in 24.7 or so. I just say World Cup team young pa any Ghana team. Inti ni amesra de say yemwadi ani empe coach oba che ni ebe man kwan oye papa oye boni o ye man kwan na on kita team no ni em prepare team ewo future si etumi maintain sa team na yetutu ni eme ya obetumi akwaje African Cup amayen na me pa boni say the next 4 years we gesi ye ko World Cup na sa team ya na wo ho say even at obi na wa shine wo baby ye ko fa na be ka ho a na so bi flop a na ye yi ba ko afim nemum say ye nyi team ni nyina na nka dede enimia ayu ni efa nkofo foforo be ka no ko World Cup wa mreku a saa ni pay so wonye kwa wonya ka otumi qualify am ye ko World Cup no
na ye nyi team ni nyina na nka dede ni nua me ano pe me nua mema no de o mo kan say dede ni mpo na wa chentu si ebe yi onu mom na be free mu
me see ye ko World Cup yi won go qualify series ni me ka to say bubo nipa what can qualify series ni ho ye one kan team we hu kwai mpo wonya be boy no do 3 1 4 and ye build teams wonya hwe Nigeria for boy they qualify the last match they go World Cup hwe boy boy si boy hwe boy dem boy boy hwe ma wotumi soku pressure ko yen anim ye wie ya na ya dissolve team akofo mo new team. Our team is too young to face a World Cup teams like Uruguay, like Portugal near that intimate moment de wo hwe ye team na ho den ye ko no almost ye near the less team in terms of ranking intimate me ni akoso da nya me nwa na minim say yakoi a preparation team where they prepare for future World Cup. Ministers are a Kobe.
And the MPs especially. Because now also mobile house
personally, me no money arguing. But not Parliament 12 years. So yeah, the budget about pay. President quote to me issue caveat to say mo bien to kwan because a minister they you debate budget and on you debate policy no, you should be in the chamber. And you better refer estimates to a committee. You must face the committee. Maybe I'm a committee chairman. Minister, also, with director, with chief director, and deputy minister, so may face the committee. I will not allow that because, sir, the whole year, won't mean you one day and family defend over budget. Then it means that you are not ready to be a minister. Yeah. Minister BOTM be our committee say on several occasions minister when you're ready and munye ready. Say minister no what they are munye ready. Go and come another day. Now, remember because many be yes, deputy minister was rational is a Brabishia committee, but in some be a policy will compare aqua report to parliament pass it. A fair implementation stage, so no one come in can say, no one come in my young family, yes, sir, into Wagasa Brabetin. Into a who be here, and I think see a debate now, both sides, majority, minority. Many MPs near short Casano. Proposals be awarded ban. Why budget never but it may change you policy now the ban. It would now going implementation stage, you know, but to me variations that was some of the policies out about now to me abua. Make I say no parliament. Kwanga na ye faso AJ resource wasi BC resource. Now you get education, Minister of Education budget. Now me make a statement say you bet to me fa young bill SHS bill no any one more prospectus ni nyina enko system ni mu into we you resource no you placement now resource wo mu now bills bibia wo mu ampa ministry in the year adwuma and now ko na say opese onya resource you take everything from on the year nyasa afi na be ko school no no aba no akwaje prospectus no akoro bit me ko be 3-4 times na na bad mission we wie it ni many be ho yes it proposals ni bi wo ho MPs ne kasa na wo ho na utia na say yes ye ko World Cup football you tia na wo sha the same thing ye nyina ye hwe bi na sen kura the technology aba so bi crot park no so me hu bi the laptop sin anim sa video analyst no or to board ko hwe bi na ewo TV no so no there be so analyst or okay no the advising the coach na say with screen so ya to me enlarge no so that he can advise his coach me can dey say atemi kwa na so big screen hall na so what one family no friends na mo sha more entertaining na since obekọ kata ho nti me hu what motivated them anyway but you best say next time no you hwe me make sure say see you debate budget nkwan de a wo bribi esen bo say then I say bribi as one kwa o man be hwere bribi na say ye nkohwe board ni ade de me je di say ya na last year we were parliament in 2-3 years ago. Chief of staff issue caveat say mo be to kwang to say be but me hu na this year say buy na man to there and I say buy na nipa ni be bu on so good so there I don't know but I don't think say it's the best. Exactly. It is not the best and I don't agree with those ministers a job budget no ho ekokoswe ball no.
All right. Yes, lawyer. Jacob Blasters no about wo de wa mu no ankasa no. Also when football ni papa we they be I put it to you enti I say un shadan ya renew de so to so anto apetampe na aha okakra
ya me no nkomo we na me
oh we mean na say we behind the curtains that say we na wo be chire mo no say when football ni papa ana football ni last week wa ka say when football
ni pa anse man kan go
o ka wa how oh honorable Carlos ahim kra me me
so no offer me no enya kra dey organize anyway ya na pa anchian koma wo mu agibre ehwe enu muti ya na mta akase bi say I mean when we sit here it's not because say you musin wo mu ehwe enu so etie but because yen opportunity to be here dey ayi onpa ni bi o mu akira o mu nso enim bi bia yen nim na say o mu wonim de bia ebro yen de so but ni nyina mu no yen de nso address no ye de baba tudwa on football I think sir mene honorable be adwene wo dem ba ko mieni bi hu
okay
now my first recommendation yes sir my can starting free baby point first I think that nipa medical recommend the kasipa ye keeper no
at Ziggy.
Yeah. The gentleman did a marvelous job as a nyane modern wa. Ni hu ni sem se ka go se ke be nya kran se na ke aba na ebi an ka be do so.
Ebi hu so wa more modern papa.
Really? Oh, me won me hu ni sa because yeah most of the boss no say we. Most of the boss will say we.
Okay.
Se nyane se ba ko bi kwa de em se nyane regular for adie. Ba ko bi de am so Pigeon mo pointed board man the far ban so no back na me nko kan
yeah.
The coach say no and the ball
from no ye first way you and you know first keeper.
First keeper ni pride.
First keeper pride.
That gentleman has done very well. In fact, instead of what I mean, so that not too good in football there. Now so no kakra me share no.
Man carry me ka bia boa wo si he.
No, I'm just relying on your own secret. I rely on your own secret. And some on ni money there na make me akase. We boy akase because bi anka bi ko anka go so ba body e hu ye.
Yeah, you see.
Because I don't know about okay. I couldn't imagine say I mean for 20 minutes and more. I think for Sakuradi, right?
Yeah.
Na because pa na me work police station
20 minutes mo na mind 20 and last 10 minutes
last 10 minutes let's start 10 minutes all the time
okay na because extra 10 minutes ni mo
oh ya was a born no conquer for the fan I mean any 1 minute na assemble e be gina won so gina wasa
o twa mo kakra na ko mo twa mo kakra
your players I don't know and I think it will be based on the teamwork said no more can say teamwork ni say na nya because I cannot imagine say me ma pass na the pass na I'm facing the opponent.
Teamwork skills, no.
Just maybe omu back together and share that chair.
That's the point.
Yeah. Coordination.
Me time share board. So I don't work share footballer. I dey ba ko be mu oni age tena ho your passes.
Because it's we build it in that.
Just we see the task ko no mabo no so do say but you na buje bi be ko no.
Yes, because na it train na it na ba che.
This all here dey ya. Say bit ma pass ko no na pass akodi mi opponent nche no dey ba me so dey.
Say okita ball no wo 6 ni kita ball no wo infifiri wa. Onim time no go 7 dey ball. Because na bo ball a che nto nim 7 no so.
That's what the man Abraham na obi intercept.
Ya mass na kodi opponent nsam. I mean where dey no kwan dey. Where dey kwa nya dey.
Where ni mu kai me.
Ya kwa ya mo no me kwan dey.
Yeah, ya gonna go post won fiche. 4 posts won fiche
we kwan dey.
Ya ma me ma mpacho.
Yes or no?
Inaki Williams. Yeah. When we say went to man perform. You know why? Teamwork. Nipa wa say ya adwuma de ma no nyina okwa ada say body be sin nature wa kwisi nanim.
But no okwa America support them that's no messy ball no.
Yes.
Our speed.
Oh the local team ni mu. Sa no mu use no no. Odimrika sa the ball ten pa no wa ba hye. But link ni ni ho. Instead say ball be kwa nanim ha na say be sin nature.
Enti no I think say yeah.
Yes Lord.
Going forward no me dey wo mo adwuma yin na say ball be me gidi say me de toto yen legal profession ho a be ye fi say it's about constant learning and constant practicing.
Okay.
And the ma wonim de no in the profession no ekoso ekese.
Okay.
Say ye be koso anya a solid team for Black Stars. I think say ye nya in say de ya no say no boken for ko no ya dos no do. And as a Drew World Cup na Black Stars so na as a me hu say individual interest so e be dos. Because ye person we na ebo twum de ye ti ma twum mo but you was the same twum no so no who could do friendly match with you one day also a good now saying.
Well, it's individual interest, individual being no more interest now.
Well, I wouldn't want to mention names, but yeah, I want me to say drew selection of players are you know question. Yeah, in fact in the past, yeah, proud to the exit of question that you okay. So what I say, yet in December. And the society man your more crime masani man cost so a year. I think say a 11-man team, right? So we need about 22 players maximum. I don't yet mean a solid 22. Nyam build them for the next 10-20 years, depending on their ages.
Okay.
So that's it. Nyam gonna say until say a African Cup, and I say Black Star na kwa you team why you win. That
has been a bimu suggestion. Say we mono they shouldn't let them go. Not next time, Martin akwa scout.
But yeah, and what be the best? They will let them go and go for a new set of different people. People about just about 2-3 people and they old the woman number who knew not new for us but those and the same era na see in represent Zibi. So I think as member no unemasu no against supporters union. Oh, and I won't say there are people who are like me. I won't say that you need to say that you born. As you know, I mean, make the last one here, boy. You want more than baby. Oh, me show. Yeah, me show. But me feel say, omu could do baby. I know my sister. Yeah, I won't say. I won't say. I know she cry. Said I can mum build the omu. Yam build one, but and also interest say yam free money and co build money from. Yam free money and co build. No, and the only man. Okay. Yam build one. Okay. Now modern one. Now first one kid near coach. Yeah, young coach be man and check a yeah, yeah, he's acting in a very professional manner because of say in the Western world society. So before say bibi anko ya on watching who sin on train will become meka. Etini bi on Ghana ha on. No, no, yanti but the woman say yamma kwan ma coach bin trust in chakra. Okay. Sabranti onu belidi ene minim ne track record dia. Otuado. Yeah. Okay. But me imagine mo no sanke ye jai ono amane because he's also very young. Onye bia hwe na wanyini sa. Enti sanke ono se ye jan no kono su kuta say young team ya yes yenyen. Ano do mu acquire for about 10 years time. Ya me gidi sen kasa kareba. So ono so ko su enya abotire. Wulusu match a wote ka wa wunya ma fi se on ka se wo free mo kwa yeti kuba. In my panko for trying to no more modern and on your coach. And so I say, pandit in there, a conform analyst and also. I sang of us making you. Instead of seeing your coach, man check. What must I make? Because I achieved on the door. A man is no, because imagine say, Yahoo could ya diabra Kobe. No crona would you not go there. No one I said to the pass of crowd. What motivation will you get? And for say I bet no kind investment. And for investment will move. And for passion will move. Obi akuma dear. Yeah, I will miss her. But did Thomas say, Coach now, you know. Same couldn't be ba. It is to his credit. Or box you are also take care. Because you're bit to be on also monitor and say, Coach, we're in the money moment. A bebuan a juma. So also build exactly. So there's nothing that he will gain if the country loses. It's rather go against him. It was also never take us here for money, but you can say be a team bedding criminal one. No, I couldn't see so and I said, be credentials. So say, one that million Ghana Blasters could be saying, no, so now the CV got two team, the MC and Fanua. That would be the first consideration that they will look at. But I command to say, you're born a chia, no watching Hoko. Yeah, what they have Opa Bonnet to. Some man here don't call there, so we are the youngest team. We are likely not going to maintain them. See, some Blasters are going to be more. What would they say? Not GFN, why dear? I didn't see Ghana for any moon to me or monk Cassana, no, so Moka be a new home. FIFA CGF for one and take it. Yeah, now I'm going to avoid India. No, the okay. So there are two different things. Okay. So what do you want to do about? Most of what JB said by Sunday, as a move. But minimum say, and sometimes they also look at the sentimental part of say, month with you, womo share that part no so do
okay
but the mekan say womo nyi womo ni free no so nipa de empanifo say dem ani say do so ntakrache once we di anim no de dancer boa be nipa ni bia womo no nya dwen womo beka say but ni nyina no be focus and be determined say the siwa no sinie o be do team bi o be do sangrofo we mranti ay say womo ye the youngest team adom ko ye maintain wom no matter what they did ye maintain wom ni ensho mu kran so mudima adwuma for the next 10 years dia ma na enkoduru another world cup bi mu no na yetimi anya team a wo nim wo ho na enkoba say mapa asa na kodu opponent nsem bi
all right MPC ministers
say say ya ne there is a confirmation of the indiscipline in the government because a discipline e wa ban ni mu a menyi ni say MP a wonim say wo kwa de anya hwe kwa ya soma say kotena na say bedwam na kohwe say ban hye ya wo de beba de beba o manfo no kopre na kodu tum na mra ma adwuma waji wadima to mpani say ye de hia wiase na ye de fata ade ehia da wachi budget ya redi emu nsem bebrebe de ba bo no de mo anyina da ho e say okoye ne kan wasen waji wuni dwuma bi adi ntino ye nya ministers upon ministers tikata twa pictures e de send ye say entra ne hwe so it confirms the indiscipline in this government
individuals ade now person wo ye no blanket because equally there are some ministers and MPs a womanko
no correct but the discipline wo e wa ban ni mu asabrin kasa nkofo ne ka twon maso
na de wo mko da ben ba da ben
yeah there are 8 hours so be any be ade adwuma in a day minimum it be more than that the minimum will be 8 hours
okay
it is a what play from here to Qatar do you know how many hours you spent say hours na boy as a minister me we be say tuaka say that na wo dey ko no wo tifi ku enum number 2 dan wa kwatra park no so ko ye ekwaje fans so wo se ko support the team no anene bia no wo ko no a kwatra park no so wo ye adwuma magana
okay
are you going to be paid so ye the secretary akane am wo adwuma say yo wo ma fo sasan soma say be sie na mo wo fo sama se bedwum na aban ni ye bia na sa aban ma die bia wo de bia no de be boa no koka bi boa na antimi mra ye kurom ha waja no to etikata e hwe ball e twa self edit na see anyam so it tells you that man here
Uya minister who need social life bien
social life anytime you can go be say mpani say ye de ehia wie na de fata
all right
say ade ehia da wachi a ye ntia no won kotra de ade fata ho nkoye ko kata na akotra ye no e fata so ba akotra but don na bodi a won ko bi bo no ha bia na say wo mo ko ye ne tra wo office zantani bia no there is no minister in this country and in office TV more it what to office kwamba or mo back abo na betima hwe bia at the same time and wajja ho a chaplain ticket akotra bridge say ko match we are not going say aban no won she papa de man na wo ha you could even stay to even defend the papa na hours aban no woro
thank you mamen can comment kakra na fe yem konhyehyeye pa no animu nsem ni so boshe ba misty go suzongo patriotic voices Ghanaians are lucky to have President Nana in this time of crisis because his competency level is high and he really cares for this country, so let's all have faith and support him. Regards to Kwajun Safwa Puku, MPP flag bearer, hope for. Honorable California, good morning, my beautiful sunflower. Hey, no. Thank you. I watch you because of you every day. But this year, Christmas, dear, it needs to be postponed, and the finance minister must go. Master read in Kasua, aka Hawa, Afa 2024, the bad mindset of the NDC against free education, that by 5 years' time, free SHS would have collapsed, have not come to reality. Truly, this year's results are proving them wrong. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and bless Honorable Hawa Kumsin. Baroski in Asisiwa, those panically withdrawing their funds in banks this morning should exercise patience and support this government and the finance minister for this initiative they are putting in place, because it will stabilize our economy in so many ways. Francis Kaswa Datus, let's all help Nana Akufo-Addo's government to build a better Ghana for ourselves and future generations. Let me see. Bright Kwame, I want to sound this to the commercial drivers. They increased the fares when prices of fuel went above the marginal cost, but the prices of fuel have been decreased drastically. What are they doing about the high fares on the commercial? About the high fares, okay. Baba and Danny says some people will never. Sami Kwe Leviticus Powers Castle. Good morning. As a matter of principle and responsibility, the GPRT and all affairs, because diesel and petrol prices have been reduced from 23 cities to 18 cities and 17 to 14 cities respectively. Owahine Kwesie Champon Kwachi. Good morning, dear host. I'm Dominic Owahine from Ablikuma North constituency. Ghana has seen a major boost in the agri sector since the era of Honorable Dr. Usuefri Yakutu, and I use this opportunity to congratulate all hard-working farmers across the country. Oyibo Boatin Echimane Behin FSHS is working because this year's WASI results have proven. Francis Benya Kwanseng Shama Ba Edna Binya says one doing the monitoring live. Okay, Shama Ba Edna Binya one doing the monitoring live from Esikado Ketan Koyo Chrome. Good morning, yeah. My one and only beautiful dove Bakope. Hey, any mitiada medase. When people are determined to find fault, they can do everything to accuse a snail of moving too fast. I come in peace. My compliment to President Adomba Mahama, Captain Retired Joshua Amidu Akamba, and Dr. Prof. Grace Ayensu. Okay. Master Planner Junior Kentampo, good morning, Sister Ya. Ghana's economy is gradually taking shape. Let us come together and support the Nkabom budget to move this country forward. Moru Hamza watching live from Cantonment Prisons Barracks Block N. Thanks. Kwame Odum says Atizigi was very good and fantastic keeper. All of them came down when they disposed the penalty that brought us home. Piaga says, good morning, Ghana is working again. And Piaga is in Achem Asafo. Anaba Kwabena, the football people are doing business with national team. They can't have a regular squad to play for just 4 years. Yawo Sankide, good morning, Yaki. Honorable Ayepe is 100% right. Our coach is not fit to coach Ghana Black Stars because in modern football, the players play the minds of the coaches. Let me see. Abladefia Kuma, did I hear? President Akufo-Addo is saying 2022 WASI results is a proof that FSHS is working. Hey, Omampenyi, why? President Akufo-Addo's government always wants to politicize everything in Ghana. So should you also politicize the early elimination of the Black Stars in Qatar? President Akufo-Addo should have known that 80% of SHS students who pass are from private schools and not his so-called free SHS. So, President Akufo-Addo should not take any credit. Free SHS still needs to be reviewed. Paulus, Sama Kenkai Biaman, so Maminkai, Wisdom Kwame Macarius Dogbe. Good morning, Honorable Carlos Ahinkra. Please, I'm very grateful for all you are doing for the people in Tema West. And Honorable Ayepe Newaha, I don't know why any template now there at all. Until we are no Atamaba. Abdul Aziz Somaila, good morning, my sister. Salam alaikum, Abdul Aziz. Samson Balin, everyone in Ghana should go for his or her man. Oh, don't, please. Don't do that. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. Oga really in Obaya, I think Dede Ayu and his brother Jordan should be sacked from Black Stars immediately. They are the cause of our defeat. Greetings to Shelley Mamitiwa, Deputy CEO, something. It's gone. Anthony Opon, good morning, Madam. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, Anthony Yate, Yedase. Let me see. Festus Saint Gali, prettier. If there is discipline in the nation from the head, other parts in the nation will be in order. Ghana needs a military rule. You wouldn't wish that for yourself. Revolution, the what I call it for Asamato. Kuma, good morning, yeah. Special greetings to my good brother, Lawyer Chumberima. Please ask Mr. President, what has necessitated the reduction of fuel prices? I'm asking this because anytime they reduce fuel prices, the next increase will be astronomical. President should set up until who anticipated the baby. When you enjoy, we know what I'm saying. And Eric Dankwa, good morning, my love. If government wants to talk in football matters, FIFA would say interferences. Meanwhile, who funds the FA? it's government. Is it government or FIFA? Me so anopana mi bisa me nua mema no. Nti why it say me Daniel Ochre Jerry said, "Hi, please. The transport fares should just come down." When there was a transport ministry ne GRTC ne mo amuye meetings no. Mo hwa na mo nye meeting ne mo passengers ne. Senti so ya bana kakra ni. If it's a passengers in it, womu pa. I feel Bernard Mona, political activist at Tenase, and T also sports the ope. Yenti, no quick comments on the sports. He missed into Nyakwa and Candy Baby Nafi, Yankoka, debt restructuring. Ben, good morning.
Good morning.
Net is saying. Okay, Akaba Sports, Ghana Black Stars have a few. Former President Mahama say MPs Bimusa ye ministers omuko katano na ehun here se san komuti na fi no mo hwe debate budget.
Yeah, me that's it.
Okay.
Na players no omo ye nia omo betimi aye.
All right.
Baby so omundru no omo edru. At the time they hesitated, now 15 other teams had also hesitated. We are part of the first batch of 16 teams that came home early. That notwithstanding, Name, I hope as a Mwajan, after being a panelist at DSTV, multi-choice, and in a reaction, will inform him, say, oh, pitch no so na over na nipa eti. Baby no more kasa. You should not come and say the kind of things you say in response to them. Because what you say your game against Korea na Samoa on to
yeah.
You could see the panic, the anxiety in the studio. Now I don't know, they were just capturing him without his knowledge. He was panting, he was full of fear, uncertainty, particularly say Yeshua 2-0. And
first half,
they also equalized.
Okay.
And then we pulled one back. You realize that his composure, no intimate.
Okay.
For me, those who are on the field of play must know that yante yam bobino. We feel the tension more than omo or mobile. And when you come out and people are complaining and they are lamenting. Now, okay, say you say the kind of things you say in response. Now, I'm sure that after just sitting down and watching his own colleagues play, it will inform the kind of comments that they pass. And of course, our last game against Uruguay, Otimo said, as someone came and said, "Look, to be honest with you, he was discouraged. He was not excited. He felt very pained. Say." The players could have done better than they did. Unfortunately, we didn't see that kind of enthusiasm. Be that as it may, I look forward to a potent Black Stars.
Okay.
Because Oshe, the assemblage of players na yede koye, na se yang bayeno some other issues, and we maintain them for the next 2-3 years. This team will qualify to be the world best.
All right.
Because Omowo, and I think that all the players did well.
Okay.
Mathieu Nipa Bebre, when things go wrong, we do all the criticism. Baba Rahman gave a cross that they scored in our opening game. And yes, sir. And when they scored, we forgot about all the lamentations. Then in the second game, you had the Jordan by. Jordan crosses led to 2 goals for us. Ne crosses wo. And na obia na obonsam aman.
Okay.
Unfortunately, and we are justified to do so, in the third game, they didn't miss the penalty. When they didn't miss the penalty, I thought that the coach had a duty to allow Dede to come and redeem himself in the second half. Because if you are a player and you make a mistake, you want to take every step to correct that mistake. And that is what most coaches will do. Allow Dede to play. Probably Jordan was a bit laxed, but we could substitute him later on. Unfortunately, and if you want tactically,
the approach we used for the first and second game was different from the approach we used for the third game.
Okay.
In the first and second game, we are called defensive in the opening minutes. In the third game, we went offensive. And probably because of this thought of we needed to revenge, that was too much in our head, and eventually we
Oh, yeah,
flopped.
sure. So coach had cleared that's a new revenge
It is not
game.
wrong.
Yeah.
They cover a ball, no? To kick the penalty. I said Dede is probably the only surviving player that played against Uruguay at the time that Uruguay eliminated us.
Okay.
So he thought that it was an opportunity for him to avenge that defeat. And unfortunately, it didn't go well with us.
Winning sports, Mona, na me that did not me be some man for say. I then Ruby or where say. It was said time be a captain or take a penalty.
That be, in most cases, we have a penalty taker.
Okay.
And it depends on the coaches. So Jordan say, penalties are what ball in his career, about 28 of them. He only missed 2. Next year, say, the scoring rate is higher.
Okay.
And in that particular instance, I thought say Kudus should have been given the chance to
Ghana a team no I don't know my name, but because we are sports person in time say if penalty comes you should be the first person.
Oh yeah. Because we have them. Yeah, there are the first 3 people that normally will go and play your penalty. At the time,
they didn't know first 3 no one.
Dede is number 1 in Ghana.
So it's just unfortunate.
It's just unfortunate.
Accidents do happen. Accidents do happen.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Me, I saw Bebeto missed a penalty when in that tournament he played the most. I mean, he was the most captain player. But yeah, the penalty to Oko ball penalty, no. You would think that he was playing basketball. Because maybe a ball no coin and it couldn't have been going into the goalpost. It went somewhere. So for me, it was a bad time for us. And look, I love the composure of the day. They said, look, God gives the battle to those who can handle them, and that it was a tough thing, and he was chosen to go and do what he did. At the end of the day, I think that we should maintain the squad. The coach, you know, Aka said, coach said that he's going.
Because
team way Udima Ayipe Kurampa make catch he will take them forward.
Why you say we shake
Yeah, me work on when they say you. I don't remember cry me to me.
I see no start.
Asem corona na ya kan.
Okay.
Say na ye maintain the team like
that.
Obi the text message ba say on me adwene say be team coach ni nye. Because say man can.
Na wanted that. Okay, say coach ni nye. O say coach ni
me adwene. Say yes, o say coach ni nye no na me.
Oh, na bien kan say. Ya kan me because na say because say can say coach ni kan
Renard is not a good coach.
Who?
Harvey Renard.
I don't know him.
That is the Saudi Arabia coach.
Oh,
he is one of the most capped.
Argentina.
He's one of the most capped coaches in the continent of Africa. What you say? He took Zambia to win the World Cup. He took
World Cup
and African Cup of Nations. He took Cote d'Ivoire to come and win the same Africa Cup of Nations. I think he went to another country. So you see that in terms of the continent, he's one of the most capped. But they were eliminated.
Group stages.
Oh yeah, they beat Argentina in the opening game, and they still became last in their group. So for me, things just went wrong.
Yeah.
And why? 32 teams went in the first by the first group stages. 16 teams must go home. If you are not lucky and you are part of it, so be it. Take it as that.
Why us?
Now the answer is Obia percent Ghana they win. Now Ghana we say say any play bomb players other countries somebody
Now baby na course and I felt so sad. And I think
I
think that many of us should have a Suarez attitude in us. Many of us. In 2010, the attitude of Suarez in say obewu amanemai.
Okay.
You understand? Enti who say ball na beat goalkeeper no. Dabi Uruguay should not go down. Or chi ball no. That is to tell you his commitment to his nation For us, it was bad. But I look at it from the positive aspect. Say, he showed that people must be ready to die for their countries.
Okay.
And oh yes, and he knew the consequences. Say he was going to be walked out of the pitch. They showed him a red card. He went crying, and then we missed the penalty, and he started jubilating. Eventually, they beat us to go to the next stage.
Okay.
So, if you are a player for Ghana and share your last game, you didn't see that kind of commitment. I didn't see, and the Diameka said, if I were in a team, na say ye beat Obiana coming kwa match ball na to her. Me, I will not point it. I'll catch the ball. Do you understand? And
now
so
share ball is hand ball.
Ochi ball, no, when he caught the ball, the punishment will be the same. Whether you touch it with your hand away or you catch the ball. Into match ball not the whole. You mami red card no kwampa. I would say I will salute you in addition.
Because it always land in somebody missing the penalty.
You know, so when the people of Ghana say that no, well, we didn't qualify to the next stage, but Uruguay did not qualify. So you went there to prevent Uruguay from qualifying. What narrow-mindedness?
There be say anye ya maya ye be be kufoli ye ho. And ya maso are ezu. Said you no ma ye hie. Onu su.
I think that we reduce ourselves too low on that score.
Thank you. Afa lawyer yenko yen second point in so papers in Obiani said there or capture no for daily graphic government outlines debt exchange program seeks to reduce high public debt. Ghanaian Times said Ghana domestic debt exchange no haircut for T-bills. Domestic bonds are safe as nations begin debt restructuring program. And Anna Bosso said yes, our debt restructuring. No, kakra nra wuro for yata to Jan said there is coin. Na yehwe kwan say or the detailed one no ebe ba be to Jan. So kakra ya wache yen say wo mo domestic bonds as at 1st December no best kakra 2023 no interest 2024 no wenya some 5% bi 2025 na afi wenya 10% ebetumi akwa anhye ne de MC range from new bonds and so ebe mature no be share 2027 akosi 2037.
All right, yeah, me that's it. The di kan no ye nyina ye nyanti ase bi se enye aban no na ono a wona hihye papa bi no de peso de banti na nam so ma wode sa anima we abegu akwan na imo no eye na dwuma a wanhunu ye amamu a wanhunu bu eni nianim papa a wantunya fa magana fo no eno na nam so ma IMF share no say before so on be kwa sika sem biara no be tama ne biara so tim ma ne bi no on kire say ne ka wode obodwumatua a ka wabon deda a ye nyina nim se ye fafiri ye nyina kwa me kuma pran so a ye muduro na ya mete no a de bepem ena aban bi ani Ghana ha wabo besia dodo a chen na kufa da ban ti anam se kana mene no na wadu mpem so se wontumi ntua na kana nti no I am a for manity as in the first part no kra na almost at the staff level negotiation na no mom ti asese women should debt sustainability and sana before bi wa ayet me adan aka ti na nam so nei womo de sa je ya ba but ya de women say eye ka ho operation ana womo yesize na ya so no me ya dwen say obi ya na ka say ko operation a ampre pi no tan ya ne ba kono tan si ne dada mu sa ya zo no zaden ba sa de yakopon bo wa oti wo kama na hwe nye wo no se kan se bitafra che wo nya kan wa utani ya na wontan si dada mu bi se de nipa na tie dada no
operation ben well for whatever operation tin ado nsa hye nkratas na bi kura nka betumi ewuti 50-50
all right since na me kire se nipa no ntimi time manic ne dada ne wonтими sin ne dada mu se de not tie dada no even though onyana nkwa over back to life there
economy here the tutu nipa nkwa
we said debt operation and oye na say account operation is oye nti na say ekire mu so that the ordinary man listening no and so it me anya ntiase na hunu the aban ni because ono be kan ono aka na brofa akase na ego nti aduanya anya bre ne da jan breaking the anfa matwi ni mu ya na wanfo ntiase mfa but ya the ba ko wo mu ni say emprepi no man mu yete man mu anipa bebre no ano edom sika ehye ne mamu what we call investment and I say investors edom sika be hye o man no dwumadie ne so man ne ma wo yemu okay na saa ne man bi and say we need better government bonds T-bills and then they get different ones na wo mo ahweso benya mfaso afri mu but ade ba ko ede die sese ya pa ne say and then na kufu adu ne ba omi aban am say investment ya de bia enye very pleased like anika and as I reshimu say the nim bi mu sese so would you see a question baby say more anima bebre na ato bonds would see cash say anima mu the amount would see cash mu no do na say ya amount boshe bi and I say that so be say obenyansi hu let's say be at 30% afeso a je na ahye min kran na bia me sika bia manya da ba bia me bia me ya hu sika bia aba na mama so say ni sa dia sa ba na sika ba da wa bia me nu say the next one ya me pin fa sika me ni bia me di kodie yititiri ene na ma me fen ko shaban ani ma mi ya wo ye mi na bekinya ho faso enti ano na ma enyumanyuma ene ankrankra ne ewu ma wo bie a wo mu oduro no ede wo musika ebe wura ban securities mu na se bond ne sa ne mani mu na wo nya ho faso kira ba ne die esie ne se enam amamwo ntoto ye bone aban we ade abedua Ghana fo so ntine enne de na wonda so sa bi anka next year na this year na fi mienu edi menu fi miense edi menim ade bi se na menim se medim sika kwa na fa so bi se na be pim baba no sa nipa na nda so no eso atwa etwa so o hwe yera kenofrata ne mampani nsama mo taika oh there will not be any haircut there will be no haircut there will be no haircut menim se brofo na bi ase ya no hu ni se ya na enti ase ya because ade no if you come directly and indirectly na end results no end the same way adekola no why no we say there's no haircut but when you ya wo ye so that's in the come we say there's no haircut but there's other haircut see and you say o treat anybody here to ni mo tini crazy you go so ni ye twatu atuni na how do you open and na question ya aban say obi bia woto eye aban bonds na ani ade interest a won da se beba after 2023 won sen ka bi so wa out ha abobo so say financial terms the entire nka say wunya bi ne mu say yeso benya 0% na say 0% say ni na say wanya bi wunya hwe nti duwa won da so say na nka 2023 wonum say wo emfaso bi pudo bi ya bi aka beba awo sika bi ade ko say ba bi na say investment dia wa ye through government bonds ni nkwa ba no bia expect nothing after 2023 no usika no wo ho na so hwe mfiri hu ba but me nyi ni say na ma investor bi ni sika ko to ho investor ni sika ne ko e wa rehyimu aban ne ko na say bi institution ni ko say wo benyi mfaso say na afiri ho na hye ni nkura mani pam de ni sika ekodua sa ade no na say nei wo ni sika bedua na wo nya so mfaso a are you not by that discouraging people say mo obi en sika en ko hye ni mo bi say mo I don't know because me am the sika ko say me nya ho mfaso no automatically it will send a signal to be otinche about on to nim na say na say wo do sika ko wo say yes wo nya hwe so then what some me family dem ko hye obi na me akobasa me so ko no me so nya hwe so indirectly you are discouraging people from investing yeah ade ba ko san wo mu bi ma san yakora kase ye wonin sam no bi o kan ne ho ne say awu me say so ka kire me say ebia 2024 mam 5% awu me sika no ho a de ya ne say what spread me sika na kire bra de betua me sika na ma me kwanko me ka sanya hwe because bia woni bi ntia but de wo mba ko ne say enne ya tie yi say obi kuta 20,000 na ade 20,000 be ne no yeah in the next 5 years or 2 years or 3 years time no say 20,000 into me sade ko de na bi take it what the mama very simple example about 2 years ago so not cement number 20 something cities per bag me honorable and national no be fancy 25 cities to come no so no be kuta 100 cities we put 4 bags and now kuta 100 cities auto cement na ba so the money value no a was so enne no anti egobi enda second so bekan sika no what to asha dem because with me 20 what to na kwa nim enfie bi se na betua ma no say nipa no that value na de ma no tena no will not be the same as it is today that is a basic reason behind all this but the second nipa no sika sika ni nyina na asin sɛ ne bi an the time ne di na kan ne sika ne sika na ade an ko betumi de sɛ sika na ye na what if sɛ sika na nya no kyena na wo so wo spread the man ebiem having done all these things, you know, was say ebinum dia kura beko beyond even 15 years from what the letter of the buyer, you know, it be a 5, it be a 15 and more. Yeah, you must see a say, it be a maker 15 years time, you know. I said, I feel I'm in Sabbath come music. I feel I'm in Sabbath camp me bond. I'm a koto ye, I was buying Munun Conabano. Sabrano, yeah. Na sika value no na etesen enu sabre na sika value na etesen ade a metimi dis sika na ye na metimi dey say be mu in that 15 years time na is a very good question that anybody or any reasonable person should ask. Se sika no on pa ko no wo na saban no wo na sa company no wo bank no wo en na yi a wo de koto say bond no says you can't ban nsɛm na mo betumi say sika no die ɛno a no betumi san de adi wo kyena na ɛno ho simple analysis na me yɛ with 7 ba na ne nsɛm kan ya no gyina kyerɛ na ɔka ne nneɛma a ogyina kyerɛ na ɔyɛ ɛne ɔbɛtena konwa so de ɔyɛ no enhyia yan kai hwe kora the year 2016 na yɛkɔto ba ama ban yɛ tia bedi nkonim saa brain mu around August na Akufo Addo me yɛ tia sese MPP abana onu die ni mo de person ode ba abanya so no ebe ensure say ye oman si kasem be gina brane and there will be discipline in our macroeconomic management and Ghana ni bia woni mo man si kasem mu say no say under this government abana be ni say sini bo aka say wo betra say there is discipline ye ewo ye si kasem to do mu ana the answer is capital no
o time na so 10 minutes
what you say ya mamisi for mom the answer is capital no. But now under this very government, Krono or Nudia Nimua, one must say the best team. And what me assure my sick assembly to us ye, and my Ghana sick assembly General Brandon. One the dear could remember Swan or minus sick assembly top from one ye tete so. Funny enough, was say Obasati, the last no come, I could come was Obasati fund, be some or the be stabilize it. Also, friend, public financial stability funds. Obe create na sika ba mu na se fa na oku create so obako eye foreign donors yi ho akusa chamo so botwa me sika na da gumu na se shocks na beba ewo enuma so banks a omudu sika top bonds a wonbenya serious shocks based on the steps now we taking e ba no mu de question but you see didi a minni was aban mu na se no kan na ho se me di wona ewe ya yen ni hwe kura na ye wo fan bi wo kura ma ye fe no eye stabilization levy on fuel se fa na so fa so ne se futu skebekom na se dura bra man na kwa hunyanyi mu efo je petru sam a na ka ban na de abaso yasere na ye ho atumi ahian etu so man na kwa hunyanyi mu ewo petru sam na se sika na ban na dia manasa eti wanya bia nkofa mfi anfa meboayen we are still struggling and we are still in the mess I want to meboayen kwa bia so and this the government under his tenure ya may low rate is and the Ghana kofa besia at one way dia hwa dan se betumi tua besia na se yentumi ntua besia na se yenya hwa dia betumi dia tua besia and it's now kwa besia bo a edin de mo bi kwa na ma interest what so want me ntua
thank you
Zaba we ka kira said wono ebe creative fund question na so bi sa ho said the foreign donors now would so back so extra one they know that financially we are stable it's why the person nisika abeto so safari bisa obviously it no come
Ben Minte was and debt restructuring in Shishay.
Yeah, me that's say watch the mu say a debt restructuring idea or a term that the government of Ghana empese omon and UC as a consequence almost say a debt exchange because you cut debt restructuring and omon pese Ghana for who say a debt restructuring. Na obviously ni omo eye no ete say obi a wa ma na asase wa ka kire say oba be si dan but we hu say wadua tomatoes wadua body wadua mankani ene nyado na o ka kire say o si dan ya it's obvious say enye dan na o si oyefum so this is the kind of deceptive tactics President Akufo Addo is using on the people of Ghana through the Minister for Finance. Debt exchange, as I say. Say, we are going to restructure or reschedule your debts. So why do you come and tell the people of Ghana that there is no debt restructuring? Now, debt restructuring via 8 midi near economists efre no haircut. But Utimi who said they have clandestinely smuggled in said there is no haircut. And Intin America say it's no longer haircut. It is actually head cut.
Well, say no, Papa na can say there will be no haircut on principles.
I will educate because I don't know where they learn their economists from. But anything that affects the maturation and the collection, the recouping of your instruments at the time of maturation.
Yeah, dear uchi no kakranti, kakrana.
Okay. Adie bia ebeka usika sam wo bra sika na na so
aso say onkofa no. A haircut.
And mo bi ebetu ebeka na bia.
Say omoka say, oh, eye say nka December yi na usika na ye wo mo ho no onkofa. Na mo ka kire say dabi, ofa no December yi a enye yi. Into year they call 2023-2024. It's a haircut. The fact say unya sika no this period no, it's haircut because it has affected your capacity and your ability to utilize your money. So Mubeka said there's no haircut, and sometimes that's why it beats home. They are trying to change everything, including the definition of nia. It's well established. Because answer me, it affecting everybody. What to say? Obia nanka osika ese onfa ni December ima onfa no 2023 krampo invest here, you get 0%. In the 0% when you 2023 ma, you get 0% coupon rate. 2024, 2025,
5%.
And obanya 5%. But you say 2025 onwards, now anya 10%. Nia omo yene say enka ese yentu ya sika ba yene sika enti ye mawo ye pia kwenim. That is haircut. That is debt restructuring. Don't fool us because we understand more than you are thinking. Number 2, say oh she haircutter. Say edru say member Jimmy sika. They say ni omo ye wo mfan with data band pi. Say me ba Jimmy sika. Me bedru ha na mo say no muntimi ntua me sika no ba mo ba betua me the market rate or the market value. As let me use this hypothetical figure, Madam Fubi, or invest 49,000 at MFAN. Inti about 2 weeks ago and oko say what to say omo ba be ye debt restructuring ya inti ni sika no omo fa ma no. Omoko ye calculation and omoka say ne 49,000 no ni omo betimi etua and what he is worth now is 42,000.
Aka principal correct.
The omo betumi etua na sika no sesi ya na enye 49.
Enye 49 about 42.
Okay.
2 days later and I say no problem mo de mo mami is 42 no. Okodru ya no masan ye new calculation with new market value na bedru 40,000. This is at MFAN at data bank.
And that is haircut.
That is haircut.
Yeah, but that is not exactly what they are doing.
Fantastic. So where is it that the finance minister comes and say that there's no haircut?
Hold on. Oshasi no unse lawyer kasa mama mtina me person na me catch us so enrade warning kasa yeni mon that short video no he was okay, quoting or paraphrasing him, no say there will be no haircut on principles.
And I'm telling you that when your principal
is the
not
word haircut, you know.
Yeah, and when I make her say it's even more than haircut, it's headcut because
when you TF reason, you tini ni yeshe be fro.
Yatie, it's misika na yesem engine December yamu. Mabedra mosi dabi. You are rescheduling my debt. You are exchanging it for longer instrument.
You to me farmer
December. What it means is that even your principal is no longer available. Say what you are saying. What it means is that your principal will no more be available for you, let alone talking about the interest. So your principal is now rescheduled for the next 4 years or more.
But no, so yanka say nyesika ni investment ni nyina treasury bills for nka ho.
Ah, yeah. Treasury bill no to no
Oh, say papa na ka say
what on bank no so no they are going to be hugely affected by this policy.
Yeah. Have you done investment? So investment and you go through.
Have I done investment? Asking, have I studied investment or have I invested?
No, have you invested? And then you are losing money. And when it is time for you to go and take your money, they tell you that no, we have rescheduled it for better terms for you. But 2023, you get 0%.
Eh?
Kabatra can no first can was
What say?
Overtran can no first can.
So which one is the first?
So look, let the finance minister stop these shenanigans and credit the people with intelligence. Because Niamoje, you cannot use deception. You cannot use deception to run an economy.
Deception and
nada.
And I'm saying nada.
Sir, there's no haircut. Meanwhile, you have cutting. There's no. The head is not even there. So
President said there will be no haircut. Meanwhile, not it not be
a haircut. He be and a president Kokaya Kojo upon Kuruma Baya now wants to educate the people of Ghana. Say President Tonte Brofo.
Hey.
Oh yes.
So I said there will be no haircut. I don't know to know about the principal.
Ochiame kojo adwuma no ye ochiame adwuma nti se
You're
wura
not saying
kasa
that.
wo
Kojo upon Kuruma ti Brofo chen Akufado.
Enye brofo tie you know that wo beye sa dibre na kojo kura na more than brofo sem.
So when the president has finished speaking and ye nyina ye tie president ne Brofo impeccable English
and kojo da bi o kan obeka say to his understanding to my understanding.
Or see say na president epese onkyere.
Yeah,
so I beg. Okay. But why are we doing debt restructuring or debt exchange? Is it not as the result of the recklessness of Ken Ofori-Atta as finance minister? Time now, or Pebisian or Oninam. I say no akofa loan, no akofa say euro bonds. Na ye catch no say baby a odi o man ikono. Enye. Akufo-Addo said that he is doing an excellent job. Excellent job ni and a baby a ye die. The man you credit that he's doing an excellent job has landed us in the worst ever economy.
I see BBC.
BBC.
Then
I was. So what's your catcher? Was it an easy?
Won't Ghana me mati ameka den in fact it's not your time Ben or say there's a global crisis.
Say there was COVID-19.
It's no so kan ho na abasa.
Yeah, mo ye no say ya na mo krampo you are part of the problem.
Yes.
Because answer a global crisis yi ebeba no. The World Bank, the IMF and all of the institutions have told us the crisis Ghana was going to run into. And na me bisa say Ken Ofori-Atta here no call parliament and no say we received more money for COVID-19 than we spent as government of Ghana.
Okay.
So how could COVID-19 suddenly become the problem of Ghana when you received more money? You see anything? Sorry, I know say Russia, Ukraine, anti-na petrol boa akoso. Now that the petrol prices are coming down, the war in Russia and Ukraine is stopped. Ajay. And now more that so aircon.
I'm sorry abafom.
Abafom bay. So you can understand that Bibia or Modi famuni nyinano, it is to go and invite something. No, Mudia, but one show you Mubaka Ghana Lucy World Cup in the group stages in Crampono, and also Kahon and economic pressures. So it's obvious Ken Ofori-Atta and his management of the economy and Bibia Ekodruno. Yes, sir, Akufo-Addo must be clear in his mind that Ken is a disaster.
President
Akufo-Addo. He must understand that Ken is a disaster. But if he wants to follow and allow that disaster, he himself will tend to be a disaster.
Meda, so no boy pay. Cheche mu bie.
Me no ma kasana, e hu be hia say. Ye be chire mu kakra. Na Ghana fo ate ase say bo kan no. Bibiri o ha nya sa neti. Ne di kan e o say Ghana fo ate ase ye kan bond a e dan ade. Anope me ba na metie mu sister station Peace FM na wa ye newspaper review no. Okay. Ma me na no kasa ho no si. Hey, we are usika Eda Bank You see, you can secure that bank. Ebi that bank, savings, and your bond. What treasury bill, and your bond. Lawyer can't sing what I'm meeting. I say, oh yeah, or being for our being our lawyer, you your economy. See, I can bond that. Bond on it, what thought you were 5-year bond, you were 10-year bond, you were 15-year bond, you were 20-year bond. Into bond on what thought, and yes, I dear, what got up bond will be say next 5 years, na meet you out there. What got up bond and I can say, when you say bond, I make it to 5 years. Into interest now, what's the kind of son, and I'll be by annual. By bond, and they was sign 5-year bond. Into Obia and Kensi, who are bond, you 2025, 2037, 2030. Who bond now what on? And I will say, be mature 2037. That is the bond you have purchased.
Hold on. The bond now what on? Ebian be mature this December.
Yes.
But Ninsanka because my dear, hold on. Under the program, he said domestic bondholders will be asked to exchange their instruments.
And asked to exchange their instrument, you can opt out.
So
you can opt out.
Bank.
Bank. Okay, me musa question. Say me wo 5-year bond. Me say okay. Me sure say the economy na ekona. Me mpe bi.
You opt out. You take your money
and
with the current rate. Yes.
And they so
yes. You opt out. You see anything
so $50,000 will the person get the same $50,000?
So what bond in dollars I will be paid in. But what bond in cities you will be paid in cities. When you scan here now call your exchange.
I don't want to argue with you.
But you cannot even
buy bonds in dollars. Now you can't have your money.
You can't have bank what
then
Mama, you see what say okoto 5-year bond. Now say 5 years no so ye. Now hwe say na market ne kono. Now per say we do bond a. Ubetumi age, we opt out but we lose the value.
Ene.
It's sanity.
Because
what bond say
exchange
and a new instrument now all can here here.
New instrument they say o bond no ama okoto 5-year bond. Bond no amateur 5 years. And now ukwa roll bond no. But what she say o ka say 2023 mint your interest was so. Into ubenya 0. Okay, me pay 0 no. Into me year me bond na amateur no. Me per se me roll biom. You opt out. You see, what the sorry man because private sector no. You see government to close it. One our bank domestically no private sector no enya obetumi age bond no e dey akọ private sector akọ yes
existing domestic bonds as of 1st December
exactly
2022
exactly
into the anya cons English existing domestic bonds not just say bonds are e wo ho as at December 1 will be exchanged for a new set of 4 new bonds.
4 new bonds in
2027,
exactly.
2029,
yes.
2032,
very well.
And 2035.
And no na me no mo kasa no omo kan si se we sika no so ya extend the payment no ubetuma je ni 2027, 2029, 2032. Let me say and this okoto bond na kasa what bond that be mature 2027 and no be na postpone say sika na what we akọ we start until 2027 and no be
honorable minister say it will be exchanged. Omo the exchange din.
Yeah, you see ukwa bond na mature no agreement any say bond be mature 2027 with a rate of 10% in 2023. And what catch you say?
They be in 2022 because also existing one and Kebeo as at 1st December 2022 and no more exchanging new dates. I be mature in 2027.
Why saying say what a bond that ever mature 2023? What and that's about mature 2023 who could this bond now? I mature 2022 who akọ no. What me exchange Uba exchange ubenya 0.
You go.
But upa uba to me opt out with 0% rate no mempe. Into I opt out. You opt out. But some person who roll uba exchange 2023 no we nya interest bia.
Why?
Oko 2024 ubenya 5%. Oko 2032 abenya 10% and so on and so forth. It in your so chira when say sa bond na wakoto no 5-year bond na wato no. Interest say we 2023 zero. But say oko bond for 5 years. Now 5 years now, so now opt out. And sana sa a instrument we kura beba kura no. Now we receive the value be kakra because what quarter bond akoma obi say we to your penalty. And you know what some na ye kan. Nya finance minister can say bond no ye to no wo koye parliament and nyina obato so 5-year bond, 10-year bond, 15-year bond. E ye bond it is what na kesi. Bond na ye to no say we sabe kan 5 years ya postpone say for 6 years, for 10 years, just say 2032. Just no, that is not it. Wo quarter bond na kasa me say out of 5-year bond.
Senior, but you make a question. Just for us to get the clarity. Said na ya aka no per the letter no obia with due date as you said
yes.
There is a bond for a period it be a 5 year be a 5 years in 2020
for the December ne
December
as a
December and I remember the abeto no say 2025 5 years ago be
2027
no, I
mean 2017.
2017. It's between 2017 and
about 2021.
No, 2022 December.
Yes.
I balance won't mean to mama. And I will say I can opt out.
Yes.
Okay, so now let me ask a question here. Opting out, will I get my whole capital back?
So what's going on here? So bond has now to 2020. We get our money back.
That's my interest.
Will I get that with my interest?
Yes, but so 2020.
No, but listen, honorable. As you sit here now,
it is not true.
Challenging for no,
I think say mama on church.
Yes, I can put the question me yama.
Now who can put two questions?
Oh, there be say
first December 2022. Say ubond no due
2022.
Ube ye exchange by rolling on. But enye say umpo Abanks on this can to exchange rule on. There's opportunity to opt out.
Prince, call a financial analyst said me quick.
There's opportunity.
Thank you.
One opt out, no rule on 2023 when you're interested. Yeah.
Okay, so
zero.
If I don't want to
I understand. Me to frustration and say lawyer Pacho. Who will be bisa who they just noted. I understand so if you buy money na want to pay clarification. But yama new flow said the media mu
number 1 me person etie foot as say bond year to the year 5-year bond 10-year bond it's not true say we bond na amateur no abang the Hamas and we say chinchine me farm our next 5 years but you can exchange it by rolling on we roll on interest I say we no 2023 no we nya zero we roll on interest abenya 2024 no 5%. We run on interest abenya 10% 2025 onwards 10%. Okay. But say about the Sanchez share we aba. Enti na sa bond no amateur 1st December 2022. Na on sign and invest BMA. You take your money. Ana abanse say sika na obefa no. Say sika na obefa no. There's no haircut. You will not lose the principle.
Thank you.
Because there's no haircut.
I'll give you your time. I just need way you hear and in different chirichirimu. Mr. Seto for you to me that se pass say from quick OJ and so. Pacho enra the opening can for yata di 2 yen come on answer yenti and one say papa. Na samo a wokan ya mi ko to ama no waboa ache mu no say or say under the debt exchange program, domestic bond holders, I beg you, will be asked to exchange their instruments for new ones. Existing domestic bonds as of 1st December 2022 will be exchanged for a set of 4 new bonds maturing in 2027, 2029, 2032, and 2037. And then before we come back to the coupons and whatever. Opesi what chere saying? Chere yemu.
Yo, mina ba me metia na matia eti for ene abajafo achia ewo UTV sunyina. Na ne enu a okan ye na enano pai wesa sisu dua no. Me o chere ne se won say ye ka say bond na eye bosia a aban oba open market eba beje na yema bond no Ghana no your 3-year bond, your 5-year bond, your 7-year bond, your 10-year bond, your 15-year bond, and your 20-year bond.
Okay.
Na sa bondi unya the years na make any nyina no ewo mfie dodo a odi sa sikai FM aban.
Okay.
Na emre so a wakwa akwaji usika botene no. Na mfie anase bosumi nsia bia no. Unya ensi ho kakra. A your friend is a coupon no. And na say ne odi tu dra no ekire yen say one ka wo de up to 31st up to 1st December 2022 last week ya etwam ye
anano ya wada
we holder wo bond bi say wo bi na say wo nye individual ana say when yes small holder group I mean say no ordinary mu beba ebia akire
okay
and I say when yes vulnerable group I no so me say ntire mu beba akire ya or say wo bond no ye ma paper foforo ye I say ye renew ama ye ntimi ntua ama ne mra anka beso ebi wo anka ne de beso bosom ye ye wo mu ye obi de beso ebia January next year in that order.
Okay.
But say we be up to 2027. So we a short term. Nanka o de no etina ni echinachi ya nanka beso a we be to 2027. And now say 2029.
And enya sa we be twen kura do 2023. We be trying till 2027.
2027, 5 years from now, and now 7 years from now.
And she says, dia wo ka dia na cha se ankra ene wo mo mobrafo dia no enka ho nemom let's say a bank and as a group bi omo I wo 5-year bond ne brofo no na mpese ati ase as of 1st December 2022 na se omo se aso ye koje a omo sa beka ana
omo nka baby omo nka
sana ya asechire no
sana asechire
omo I'm reading the statement this one is more platform so asem I'm reading the statement and I'm asking the financial analyst.
Nah, we are short term there. Obtain to or say short term for no. You be to amo there no that 2027.
Please let's listen to him. I called him for all of us.
2029. And the Sankro for your total bond portfolio no. You find say 100%. You move 17% there. You be to amo 2027. Now another 17%. Your term 2029. Now, after omo bond no a medium term, a 10 years any actually no. Mono ya demobeko 2032. Almost year 25%.
And ti sabre mi say 2032 ne so ye na se wo mu ka say there be ye hia ye sikai.
Okay. And the wonim ye ka say bond na wa ye wo edwaman so mienu a ye ton no. The first place primary market. Primary market no wa ko no akwa akoto ho. Yemfa ne say wa ko direct to the seller na akwa akoto. Na ye wo secondary market. Secondary market ne de obi ato abadada na won so akwa akoto afri nipa ne wo.
Okay.
And no more na most often no obi won say pension funds and investment firms no most often no more pretty ewo.
Okay.
And the individual yam fan say me dey kan sem wako data bank na wakoto M fund no wakoto a won to bond no but ye dey say sika na akoto bond no ye nyina ye dey agu kente mu portfolio and na ya kan bom e dey akwa akoto bond no.
Okay.
And the bond na ewo ho no wo die wom meme nso me die wom we nso die wom ba wan kasa die won kura paper die kire se wakoto bond enti wonya wusika na obekọ ho se wo kwa akoje but enam se ono nso ontimi nkwaje emre wunti no di obeye ne se obese onya obi a ono nso ehia wo die no enti obe discount it. Enti indirectly we must say directly there is no going to be haircut on the principal. But indirectly, no, there will be a haircut. Because ukwana ukoje in the secondary market now, I saw more discount amount. sani esi be free be bosumi ya o kwa akwaji utika e se ye be value de foforo no ebi mu eye hu dede egusu enti eye na ye ne hu sunsanso eno no
yeah that's it yeah kakra we ya na na ehia said ya ye de say Friday ye benya appointment kakra wo hu sa
Friday your appointment
me that's you are set to for rich mercy a financial analyst honorable Ife, let's go. No he has the floor ye we are
enti there's a clear what you say who got your bond now one bond you 5-year bond 10-year bond 15-year 10 you say obi na extended or bond amount one got out bond years two
you say yes
two what you say so person opt out voluntarily it do person opt out what you say you na ya de sika koto one basket mu na da koto bond na bia ne aba nti o person opt out o kwa yetumi exchange bond no be a you interested betumi out of bond ma wa opt out into no opportunity or into me catch we say wo ko na ne esiniti o person o opt out
you opt out with what? With a condition.
Not the dad opt out. The dad, you know, Bibia May, so 5 years, but not 5 years now. So now person opt out. Who pay a penalty? Treasury bill, treasury bill. Now 90 days treasury bill. Now answer now opt out. And you lose certain percentage.
But the percentage I will be losing will it affect you see cannot that much as it is today?
No, sir, a dependent interest over Samuel. On the treasury no and ubenya na baby say your interest ni year zero no so opt out it may end up affecting your principal and then you say we na dia ba
it may
dia me tell say wo koto bond now 5 years no answer wo koto 5-year bond now 5 years na answer ya emra hye we kura amaye no so wo kase obi am sika na ka me kase me koye we yo na assume here scan of people for it meet me 5 years no oko na say you exchange bond will be koto dia ba we lose certain value of the and some assign
you be ba question we mpacho unsusu say sabre nkofo sika ma me o sika nipa moja enipa nkwa asem ne yeken enti mo se aban wo be gia to mu se usika no ho beka na waka no kre na ache nipa na sense dia ebi e beka o ehun ka ehun nyehwe ukwansa beka usika kwebe yese afa nipa no beko no na aye asem foforo
ya be pese ye ka na etie fritie nyina ati asese obi a wato bon enye individual bon a institutional as organization as a group be a matter bond ya okwa a interest no and I beka o principal no obi a cat memo ansa na sa hye beba no ya ansa na sa
o principal obi a nfa ne nsanka but say interest ni ye zero nti almost say papa no say it will be sold at a discounted rate
and yes she we near the aba and ade what the economists be beka kire we say ye ya to treasury bill pen o ko to treasury bill na BBC e wo fie na o hia sika hye na ko na so kwa maybe am here example keke na say bibi hia hye na ko so kwa di sika doesn't really lose certain part of the money we to me can say wa ko to 90-day treasury bill within 30 days o hu a kire wa so ko di sika ko bibi foforo o ko ya na ekukuru sika nka o benya na 90 days
na
it doesn't work like that
na ne de nso aso na okoje no
na ne de aso a okoje na ya ka che o say you wrote on but say won pay because of conditions here but who say treasury out of 5 years go 5 years no every 2 years you obenya interest no twice 6 months no according interest 6 years no according interest 5 years no so also okay me scan no me find invest game na what to add ko 5 years no so be say me run for another 5 years and so run to another 5 years na me say to na what to 5-year bond they will give you an offer. So say because of how much abenti aban niska o 5-year bond yes no anka stand run for another 5 years we run for another 5 years our condition I want to say 2023 0 2024 5%
and what's the main
what time so the money the bond comes back to you you can opt out.
Did you hear the man?
Yeah, I heard him. What's it?
I'm just thinking about the government and how people will not be. Because now the communication, I'm just thinking, it has to be
exactly
an admission that
experts in the kind of economists, the kind of church, yeah, what's it? Say, ever say, what time and also. Na say, be a man. bond financial advisor kon advice so we ntumi so ran get so ko akoto bond definitely nti ono ba advice okay to say how I won nti twen ye pe obi obeto bond no so near do sika amount definitely with the condition almost to say no say nipa no obeto bond no ono no ta won ntumi nya no say me a wo de ko shame no na enye say aban nhyehyey na abete wo bond no so na emomu no eye sa na te de daada wo bond so na say wo koton and time no so na anso na wo koton you will not get the same thing back ya ti asesa afi yama nti asesa
I mean baby I do so our last one
two I see it as individual bond holders all
right
nti we are individual bond holder won't me when you're affected yet I said treasury bills na say afi me nua kan say bi sa FSF yes financial stability fund yes settle also who say sa no me ya be IMF ye no nhia no ma e wo se ye na wotu ebua ye no wonyina ye no wonyina na atena se ene ya adwene ho ene ye de sa system ya ba e be bua na ye economy ni atuma gina ne nanso it is supporters foreign finance supporters be support you no nyina na ye abanga kan bomu with Bank of Ghana and ye this FSF policy no aba nti ye be provide liquidity to organizations enam san hihye yi nti osika ho be kwa atwe kakra ma won ye betumi aboa won se na be ya betumi agina won so na enkoba se financial institution be an organization ba ba take so aban hihye o de be nti ama ye sigasem akofem nti emra ye san na menya ye nda window bi a ye betumi afa ho apue na institutions no atumi agina ne nan so nti moma ye nti ase na yemu aban sene ya nyina ye nimu no eyo hawa aban nye Ghana nyina wiase nyina ana sa hawa o man bia wo kwan a wo fa so na wo de regain sa financial crisis a wo mu ye be fi mapue ni etume gina bran nti ye be sere se aban de atugba ye nyina yemu ano mo bia ehun pepere ne gidigidi se sa de a be kwa koyi mi sika wo bank esika wo de sika kwato bank na da savings ma enka ho wo ye individual be no akoto treasury bill a enka ho wo ye individual be no akoto bond a enka ho se na papa de church mo se primary and secondary bond market a obi abetumi akoho akodigba nti ye nti asesa na ma ye pepere ye ho enkoyi ye sika enfi bank na ochina so panic withdrawal na afi won a wona ma o mokeka and we sika da bank so betew and obi ankoyi ni sika na gidigidi won sa nipa no mo me nti won mi anto yan bo ase nye sika da bank ho asem na ye ka sese enye treasury bill bi a wakọ pension a wodo sika akoto treasury bill enye no ho asem na ye ka sese ye ka won amakoto bond no kura no individual bond holders enka ho your organization institutions akoto bond eno so kura no interest na wo so na be lose na mo enye capital no eni ti send ye be ye say wo ho de da hihye we nyina ama ye no say okoto 5-year bond and 10-year and 15-year bond na se time na so na sika back definitely won be trade near the obiato near the amount you trade you lose some value of your principal
more than generous for 35 minutes
me that say so Yeveka FSHS ana
oh baby I mean I prefer to stay on the same matter
okay so let's do it this way so now starting Ben J I have just 20 minutes but me drew to 15 minutes into Ben J 3 minutes na ye mfam kom
yeah you say na 555
there be was some be boabo mo be the pacho wadan
yeah
yes Ben
so utie nia honorable Ayipe Ekanya I think he is more confusing the issues than trying to explain the issues. Make issues. So man can say he's confused. Me say he's confusing the issues.
What issues?
Yes. Yeah, won't say bro for na make no what to bo say. Me sankana bro for I take my time to say it.
And can you no we are cheap program.
Honorable Ayepe. Omoya mama omanyi.
He's confusing the issues because the analysts now or the buyer no near ochirechire mu ene near Ayepe Eka no they are at variance.
It's not true.
Or see there will be indirect haircut, whether it is indirect or it is direct haircut a womb.
The example my fund for no say eno nye primary oko secondary nti obi ade kakra wo
and I would do to me now go with it and so now we go so that's what go with ya
Samuel
I contribution
Samuel I pay
now ya can don't mean
just take note that Samuel I pay this round of conversation as you
I was asking him a question for him to
share this round of conversation I say and you will end. So if you interject me, you will not get the chance to speak.
Thank you for letting
I assure you that.
So like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Ode kasa.
Thank you. Inti obviously there is haircut. Inti omunjai ni omoka said there is no haircut no. No mon ma ye nyina ye hu say baby a omode economy ne afa no they have messed all of us up and in
the baby so as omoka say na there will be haircut one share na afford the panic with ye kan
until they want to deceive us one show ya be bank no ye be buru nipa wo bank they are setting the society against the banks because government have said there is no haircut now kwa kwaji usika na enso a you think that you agree with the person at the teller?
A customer service and I say investment manager.
Inti ntokwa ebesi wa bank no. One show the banks will not have peace to work. Hey, because the government is using deceptive language. Inti no money yanka ne painting said there is going to be haircut. And let us all breathe. Say you messed us up and now we are sacrificing our money for you. That is the point. Yeah. There was no free SHS, quote and unquote. And sana meno yako university. Many people passed. Now, President Akufo-Addo is saying that free SHS is the reason for which students are passing.
On the definition.
This is anyway. You know, at a time. Me call school, no government bought me past papers. But utimi efa yesika ekoto past papers. At a time when we don't even know the curriculum that we are going to use, there are no textbooks to justify. Na ebimu etimi etuana omoma akoye omo private studies. Because it is not this your traffic light education. Yeko school ye nim da yeko holiday. Yeko holiday ye need da yeko school no. Parents decided to ensure say omoma anya extra classes, extra tuitions at a different cost. Say they omubetimi aba to page. No ma cultural more exams, no ma pass here. President Akufo-Addo is taking the glory. At the time you are not even able to feed the students. Eduane omubedi has become a challenge. Look, let us be serious as a people and let President Akufo-Addo Manemfa Ghana for say, and yeah, dear governance is just on the ground. Take us serious because Oshe Sika Nipa Bibre Etria. In order to go and do receipts, in order to get the quality education no more, epese omonya. Then you come all of a sudden to come and say that FSHS inti and Nipa Dudwa no more pass here. What about the other investment parents had to do? So as to bring their awards to the page. We are happy say omoitimia apase, but certainly it is not because of this struggling free SHS inti and nipa no omopasi bebre say.
Lawyer J.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Abranti and our friend did a very good service to us. Didi kan yen chire mu say you mo be any what na can say bond. You know say for 10, which is about 5 years, 3 years, 7 years, whatever. You know say for 10. But some no near twem da reading na begina say. Me term na me turn fie me san aso am me ade bia say dem back. Apart for say na me give me interest. Me sika bo say mama. And no we put mama. And I was saying no. That was his answer. Who be say question direct. Emma mo answer no say so obi di aso na ni ba ko no sent me nka nto kan can write a letter no train no. Or say under the program domestic bondholders will be asked. You better tell us say no. Because it will be about. You will be asked to exchange. And yet your person was son on zone. Yeah, but I was doing German to cause a son. That's what they're going to do. We know this. And no, yeah, what will be asked? No. If you ask me to sit down, what does that mean?
You can decide not to sit. Not to sit.
Don't worry, he will speak last. Don't worry, we will do to him.
Don't go there. But focus on anything.
Yes.
You instruct somebody to do something. That is asking him to do it.
You cannot force the person to do it.
But you are compelling him to do it. It's attempted. Asking him and compelling him is attempted.
That is not.
Honorable.
Yeah. If you more cancel up an animal jumper or such a for instance, at the example. Say, and you're secondary. And you're
yeah, secondary bond.
And you probably do a brain. Anakoto. Because one that level, no individuality in coho. It is in a coho, Yamawana. And then what didn't you do a sick of your ecotamo? Anakoto. So, no, yeah, haircut can always sit down. One was ever there, but this is a very simple analysis. So, M fund, and as a better man, I know a M fund. So, when the sick question be said, when I say haircut can one, me and the sick M fund, we don't have to. This is a very simple question to ask. Automatically, you are also going to get an effect. Because they are quite a man. Obviously, they might be a man. What do you mean, man? What kind of crack you are still lying in government. What kind of government is this? What didn't trust so? You must say your man. You are blaming your woes and other people's and things that don't even exist. Oh yeah, me nothing so. You see, I said, "What was saying? I was so afraid the woes are messaging. Other saying the way that somebody have even compared me to do come and do it. I never have compared these guys to come and do it. Now, I know I'm about you and throw and for the moody. I don't give and kind of friend. Said nothing like I can say. So
it was just a prelim. And then no chichi.
Yeah, do you know why? Do you know why there's a foreword or an intro in the textbook? It is to give you an idea about whatever you are going to read. And to the other I will not be wasting my time to listen to anyway. But in the because based on his letter, we have a summary of some except this thing telling us say or back can be any letter and they're fair enough. But say no one say no this is summary so we know.
And I make say the details never banty then and Tron does not come in there.
Yeah. We are dealing with him now on the letter that he has brought. Do you want to send the but based on the letter, and some of you can and you're not correct. Okay, and you're not correct. And I say, what you're going to power with your kuna, what they're going to still have to do. And then, Shadiana Yakin, I don't mean a panic and say, was a, I mean, who take credit for. I mean, some of you, not when I make a sudden check it.
Oh,
shall we see in 2 minutes?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need to do what?
Within our 2.5 minutes.
Free education. We say, and that all my ideas say, and now man Palana pass here. It's very funny when you hear this comment from the president. Really? Do you know what parents are going through? And next, one person will our education. You are compelled to offer your child a good tuition behind the scene because the ordinary school will remember. You have exchanged quality with quantity. You can't. What's wrong? And well, one more I can hear says really. I don't know anymore. Because I was a secondary school. Whether a didn't not your different at your time is not needed. But then I your secondary education was it the same as you had? Yeah, and students are bought your quarter past questions. Now they even get a gas to come out to say all the words against our president simply because they were told of something. Said, I didn't wear them on when I'm
thank you.
Now, and then what do you mean? Say the children in school now, what could be said, what be a lecture be outside when you know the universities. Nebuchadnezzar said, since this government started rolling the free SHS, and Kalana film will do tertiary level, being in the universities, I mean, I said, now the technical university going about. What is their standard? They will tell you that they are one of the worst people that they have been in teaching them.
Matimida said,
you mean, I say, I can yet say. That's Mr. Say, Obia knew her what a bond. a eba affect the principal expert no kasa na yet as say you nyina a contribution go to one basket
What that
you say you the quarter bond
yeah you don't have the right to do that
opt out and I said because of from 1st December 2022 person opt out definitely and sometimes debts exchange program you can buy no so quarter bond na maturity time now so na person opt out I use some amount so also the same say you nyina a contribution in a quarter bond. That's a bond now see a rule or now so there be made a misika back. You better turn near the amount. You have turn the amount depending on the market rate. No, either say usikano a better firm and as a better caution. Into a no quite say now, expect like I said, one can be as a policy nearby. It is going to affect your principal interest, no, and a so a better because after 2023, no, we have 0 and at 5% up to 10% and on and on. It is definitely no rating, no, a so. Ebeto but any principal no yenti asesa na free senior high school ya NDC funi yenu no makasa wa hey kasa me yenti asesa free senior high school de ebema Ghana educational cycle ebe pempensu ya femu fanu ko school kura want to me pass after the free education eba no ebe compromise quality of education ama mo friend feli poto ene se kura ebe ye na Dr. Kufado Gina Brand and ya free senior high school. Yeah, free senior high school now mo fa passing for the past 8 years ni. The highest ever we have had that. I feel mo talk say and free senior high school na your parents na won atoto ni ama. Gana futie mo. Parents na atoto etuatua fees na ma mo friend to me pass. When say mo fa no ko free senior high school parents no entua hwe fa even PTA dues. They don't pay anything. And that the free senior high school now yield good dividends. Nkolana pass ye me bank be ma ba ko echirobi. Pass very well. Whatever it is, a free senior high school. Yes, I am. Not Mufrano, Echo School, with your school fees. What extra classes? Number one. You won't call one extra classes. One pass it, no more pass it very well. If you know and some, a man are now going to yeah, more than 1 million.
And I jada anope. Lawyer, when ya obedi achi ebu akwasa out phone. When ya obedi achi omo. Honorable, thank you. Honorable, I pay a former MP Ayenfiano, lawyer Chumbe, my NDC communication team member, Bernard Mona, a political activist, and Abaya Georgette, Omame, and Jennifer for you are Queen Georgette when you feel dungochi, and to my saying cancho. So welcome to adulthood. Nyame Inshao, na Omo would they and yes, Sonoko, Omame say Mube Dina Modine big. And to Georgette, maybe I will be a happy birthday to you from your sweet mother, Jennifer, for you are Queen of NPP and our for Prince Obimpe. Jennifer Kwemba. Nababa was a girl, why a woman, and 2 of our Prince Obimpe, so best my cake, am I dear bro? Why? Yeah, that's it. Me da azovuga say womo ehye me atade enne na me kan for azel amount say brunye outings ni nyina contact azel na ne sa no bopa na emom wa wo hiansa no adwuma no nso de wo boa na watete designers a mo be pamade ai da ho na ehome tie di brunye wie ya na sa eye ntete ne hyase free azel na ye wo inquiries ni nyina na fa ho shem 0244 155-266 0244-155-266. Yes, Lord.
I mean, the workers out for lunch.
Chairwoman, it's a case.
The workers out concerns executives. Almost more. You're having one of your meetings now, and almost your boy paid. They said they will see more propaganda. And I was also taking some panels with free. I've been coming so much, and it's almost. Upon here, a Kamrasa upon winning. Kamrasa upon of MPP.
also make country so crack academy in the 60s. No more classes.
Registration nasem. Say the minister etimi kotena akata na ohwe ball and na ye twa nipa omosim. One of nipa no say ono ochro okoji ni Ghana card. Okwakoye ni sim registration no moka said Ghana card na NIA issue no. There was no date on it or something. Until you signed the Ghana card, say year replacement. Since August, ebedru ene, okodru no say cards nasa, and right no my blocking the same. How is that his fault?
Thank you. On that note, here the most here nyame adumo china de chenshon abesiamba. Sorry Dawuro eneba. Me den de yakonama yakram.